the size of that lens. You could, like, shoot the Titanic 150 miles away. In the spring of 1967, I assessed my young life. I had dropped out of teachers' college, having not the discipline, the focus, nor the money I needed to continue. My immediate concern was where to go and what to do when I got there. I held to the hope that I was an artist, though I knew I would never be able to afford art school and had to make a living. There was nothing to keep me at home. There were no prospects, no sense of community. My parents had raised me in an atmosphere of religious dialogue, of compassion, of civil rights, but the general feel of rural South Jersey was hardly pro-artist. My few comrades had moved to New York City to write poetry and study art, and I felt very much alone. I found solace in Arthur Rimbaud, who I had come upon in a bookstall across from the bus depot in Philadelphia when I was 16. His haughty gaze reached mine from the cover of Illuminations. He possessed an irreverent intelligence that ignited me, and I embraced him as compatriot, kin, and even secret love. I was going to write boyfriend, but it just didn't sound right. Not having the 99 cents to buy the book, I pocketed it. Now, I wouldn't suggest that at the Miami Book Fair. Rimbaud held all the keys to a mystical language that I devoured, even though I could not completely decipher it. My unrequited love for him was as real to me as anything I'd experienced. Let me explain. You're like 16, and you have a big crush on, like, the coolest guy in school who, would just, like, the only reason he talked to you is to help him do his book report. Dreaming of a dead poet was probably a lot more fulfilling than trying to develop a relationship with some kid in high school that didn't know you were alive. At the factory where I had labored with hard-edged, illiterate group of women, I was harassed in his name. They suspected me of being a communist for reading a book in a foreign language. Actually, it was bilingual. And they threatened me in the John, prodding me to denounce him. It was within this atmosphere that I seethed. It was for him that I wrote and dreamed. He became my archangel, delivering me from the mundane horrors of factory life. His hands had chiseled a manual of heaven, and I held them fast. The knowledge of him added swagger to my step, and this could not be stripped away. I tossed my copy of Illuminations in my plaid suitcase. We would escape together.